is firearm trainer Bill Davis. Thank you for taking this opportunity, sir.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you.
So, Bill, literally assume the people you're talking to, starting with me, know nothing. And this sounds completely wild. That how does a movie gun hurt somebody? What are the possibilities in your mind about what could have gone wrong here?
Well, first of all, I'm hearing a lot on the news, different news outlets that we're talking about movie guns, prop guns. There is no prop guns. These are real live firearms that are being used to fire blanks. So we're talking about live weapons here.
So the weapons are the same as the ones that you and I would buy for home safety. There's no difference between this revolver and a revolver that would shoot real bullets.
Right. I have one here, which, according to what I've heard about the show, it's a Western. So I'm going to say that we've probably got a weapon here that is going to be approximating what he was shooting. If it was a pistol, it could have been a rifle, it could have been a shotgun. I don't know that. Don't have that information. But I can tell you that these are the type weapons that are very dangerous because there's no restrictor in the end of in the barrel to build up gases like you would have on a machine gun or a semi-automatic pistol. You need gas to blow it back and cycle it. These are old style cowboy guns, Colt Peacemakers. And these things they're very easy to operate and they're very easy to show that they're unloaded. The fact remains that somebody died and another person seriously injured because somebody didn't check the ammunition. Now, I also have, excuse me for a moment.
Go ahead, Bill.
These are 2 rounds of ammunition. This is a live round. This is a blank round. If you can see it, I'm putting it close so you get your depth in there. You'll see that one has a bullet coming out of it.
And one doesn't.
And one has just a crimped case.
So the one with the crimped case is a blank?
Correct. There's no projectile in it. It has everything that a normal bullet would have, a normal loaded round of ammunition, except the bullet. It doesn't have a projectile in it.
Have you ever heard? All right, so then what happened here? Does that mean that somebody put a real bullet in the gun, or could a blank go through somebody's body?
Well, number one on our armor protocols list is no live ammunition is allowed to be on set at all, period, end of story. Now, somebody brought a live round in there, whether it was the weapons handler, if they have an actual armorer. It doesn't sound like they had an actual armorer. They had maybe somebody that's a local, I don't know. But whoever was handling the weapons was not handling it safely, because you can see as you're loading the weapons, you can click the cylinder and you can insert one round, turn the cylinder, insert another round, turn the cylinder, insert another round until you get all 6 in there. The first AD would say load 5 or load 6. We'd load them, decock the weapon, hand it to the actor and say the weapon is hot, fire in the hole, 5 or 6 shots, whatever it may be. Now, the actor should be standing right there watching this procedure, which is what I insist upon on my shows. And then also the gun handler is inspecting each round visually as he's putting them into the weapon. So what's happening here is you're getting it inspected multiple times by multiple people, and there's no reason that this should have happened. There's just no reason for it.
Some questions, just so we can take one more step here. So have you ever had in your experience where people thought they had blanks, but they actually had live ammunition by mistake that they were preparing to or did load into a weapon?
Not on my shows. Any shows that I've worked, and I've been on set more than 300 sets, I can tell you it doesn't happen with me because we do a safety inspection every day. When we first come in to report on set at call time, we say, okay, Bill is going to do a safety meeting. And I tell people at that point, we're using ammunition today that's loud, so protect your eyes and ears at all time. If you don't have to be on the set
Right.
while we're shooting, don't be there, be somewhere else. And we try to give them the biggest heads up that we
get it.
can. So it's just a matter of it. Yeah, okay.
So, no, I get it that you do it the right way, totally. Now, by the way, the early investigation does mention an armorer and that the person who handed the gun to actor Alec Baldwin yelled cold gun, indicating it did not have what they're calling live rounds, but they would have to be blanks, right?
Well, yes and no. I mean, there could have been, there are three categories of ammunition that we're talking about here. We have blank ammunition, we have dummy ammunition, and we have live ammunition. The dummy ammunition, I'm sure you've seen it in a million Westerns where the cowboy's loading his gun. They give the actor dummy ammo. It looks real, but there's no propellant, there's no primer, so it will not detonate, nothing comes out, no danger. And then he closes the gun, puts it in his holster. But that's dummy ammunition, and you'll see it in their gun belts around the bullet loops around their belts. So as far as this goes with the dummy ammunition, that's fine as far as it goes. But in order to have live ammunition on set, you have to be a buffoon. It's just, this is stuff that just
Now, do you
shouldn't
guys
happen.
make
It couldn't
the
have
blanks?
happened on a well-managed set.
Do you make the blanks, or
No,
do you...
when I order blank, well, I'm in Northwest Georgia, and I actually order my blanks from Hollywood.
So they
from
come,
manufacturers out there.
they come without the
So-
bullets. You don't have to take the bullets off.
No, they come without. As a matter of fact, here's a box of ammunition.
Right, and those are blanks.
You can see there's 50 rounds in here. These are all blanks.
So
That's
for
why we've got
something to
black
have blown
stripes
through
painted
this
on each
lady,
one.
Bill, and I really appreciate this, by the way, for something to have blown through this young woman,
Sure.
literally gone through her and hit somebody else, is there any way that a blank could have done that?
No, not
So-
at all.
so it
As
had
a
to be
matter of
something
fact,
with a
one of our
bullet.
protocols. Yes, it would have to be a solid projectile to do that. The only way a blank can kill a human being is like back in the 80s, they had an actor named John Eric Hexum who put a gun to his head and shot and fired, and it killed him, but it blew the skull 6 inches into his brain. Then that's a blank. It's called flame cutting, and it just cut right through the bone. But normally, it's not going to happen because the blank doesn't have enough force to shoot more than 20 feet. And even at that distance or closer, it's your danger is to your eyes mainly because
Gotcha.
of the gunpowder is inherently dirty. So when it fires, it's going to put the eyes out. We try to all the time to avoid stuff like that.
This has been very helpful because now we have our central question. There was something in that gun in all likelihood that wasn't supposed to be there. Was it an accident? Was it on purpose? And who did it? Bill Davis, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I want to thank our affiliate.
One more thing, Chris, if
Oh,
I
go
may
ahead, Bill.
say something. Chris, the other factor that nobody's looking at is that one of our protocols is we tell our actors never point the gun at another human being.
Even when rehearsing, even if you're going to do it, you don't point it at them.
Even when rehearsing.
I understand. and
Triple,
thank you.
we have rods that we stick down the barrel and everything. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate the expertise.